So I've been trying to do intros that are more comical or entertaining, but this movie, it just left me speechless. And it reminded me of the reasons why I love movies. I'm going to do something a little different this time around where I have a spoiler section at the end. So if you'd like to go straight to that, you can go to the time below. But it will be very obvious when the spoiler section is about to start, so don't worry about that. So Wind River is about this rookie FBI agent played by Elizabeth Olsen and this local hunter tracker played by Jeremy Renner. And together they're trying to figure out this mystery of who killed this Native American girl. I mean, this premise is very basic, but it's really entertaining. And it's based off a true story. And so this movie honestly made me want to learn more about the story. The second scene of this movie honestly reminded me of the Bible, because Jeremy Renner's hiding in these bushes, protecting these sheep. And the sheep don't see him, but they see the wolves. And he protects them. And that's really cool because the sheep don't see him, so like it's just like how we don't see God. But we see our enemies and our problems, but he's there to protect us. But let's get on to the actual details of the movie. I walked out of the theater and into the bathroom, and I heard these two guys talking, and man, they were just talking about how good the movie was and how both the leads did really, really well, and that the script was just fantastic and engaging, and I completely agree with them. It honestly seems like everything that I see Jeremy Renner in, he just keeps on getting better and better and better. Like, I loved him in Arrival last year, and that was honestly one of my favorite movies last year. And then this movie, he really brings it. I loved him in this movie, and I just can't wait to see what he comes in next. Wind River really brought a whole lot of emotions into play. Like, this movie made me feel sad, it made me feel mad, and it really brought the tension. And every time, I was supposed to feel those exact same emotions, and it was just played out really well. And then the music just brought those emotions out even more. It was just, the music went so well with each scene. And then with all those emotions, it honestly felt like my heart was in my throat. I loved it. It was great. And then the ending was freaking fantastic. I loved it. Easily the best ending so far this year. Honestly, I think it's worth the price of admission alone. But I do have a couple small gripes about the movie. Like, it looks like it's absolutely freezing where they're at, but you can't see their breath, and so it just kind of looks a little odd. And sometimes it gets a little confusing because of the names being thrown at you, but it's still really, really good. So I'm going to give Wind River an 8 out of 9. So like I said, I'm going to do a spoiler section now, and let me know down in the comments what you think, and if I should do this more often. Okay, are you still here? Looks like it. So let's go ahead and jump into the spoilers then. So the very first thing I want to address is when all those cops go to that area and that big shootout happens, like earlier in the movie, the guy said that there was only like 6 officers, so they're like all dead. So I'm kind of curious, like, what happens now? Like, will Jeremy Renner's character become the sheriff or something like that? Or are they just gonna have to look for more officers or take them from other areas? I'm kind of curious about that. And so, like, that's another thing I want to find out from reading the story. And even if all of that happened like it did, like, this movie really interests me in the story and really got its point across. And then after that, the rape scene happened, and honestly, I was just caught off guard by seeing Jon Bernthal because I had no earthly idea that he was even in this movie. And then when the actual scene happened, it just filled me with so much anger. Like, I couldn't imagine going through anything like that. It just felt... And then when that scene actually started, it just filled me up with so much anger. Like, I couldn't imagine going through something like that, especially the way they depicted it. And the acting was excellent throughout the movie, and especially in that scene. I just couldn't imagine. And then that guy on the mountaintop, like, he was something else. I really didn't care for him at all. Like, I raped her! I did it! I don't really remember exactly how he said it. I just remember that it really didn't fit with the movie at all. And then after the movie was over, like, a solid 10 minutes, or even probably even longer, to be honest, I just felt that emotion that the movie left me off with. And it just stuck with me for a long while, probably the good majority of that night. And That's impressive. It really is. And then even when you see the parents for the first time after her daughter's death, like the sadness is just depicted so well with the mom cutting herself and then the father trying to act like he's all tough, and then once he sees his friend, he breaks down and cries because he knows he went through a similar thing. And it's just really, really well acted. The music went well with it and put the emotions even further into play. I just really love this movie. So thank you all very much for watching. And if you enjoyed this, please leave a like and subscribe to my channel to see more content like this. And remember, no movie is a perfect 10 out of 10. God bless you all.